Love, psychic and divine. When there is no demand or desire, only love and self-giving, that is the psychic love. Letters on Yoga 2. Psychic love is quite satisfying, and it can change even the vital love into something great and beautiful. Letters on Yoga 2. The psychic love is pure and full of self-giving, without egoistic demand, but it is human and can err and suffer. The divine love is something much vaster and deeper and full of light and ananda. Letters on Yoga 2. If love is psychic in its nature, it always brings the sense of oneness, or at least of an inner, intimate closeness of being. The divine love is based upon oneness, and the psychic derives from the divine love. The synthesis of yoga. A supreme divine love is a creative power, and even though it can exist in itself, silent and unchangeable, yet rejoices in external form and expression, and is not condemned to be a speechless and bodiless Godhead. It has even been said that creation itself was an act of love, or at least the building up of a field in which divine love could devise its symbols and fulfill itself in act of mutuality and self-giving. And if not the initial nature of creation, this may well be its ultimate object and motive. The synthesis of yoga. It is the divine love which so emerges from the inmost heart, that extended inward feeling to the divine in man and all creatures in an active universal equality, will be more potent for the perfectibility of life and a more real instrument than the ineffective mental ideal of brotherhood can ever be. It is this poured out into acts that could alone create a harmony in the world and a true unity between all its creatures. All else strives in vain towards that end, so long as divine love has not disclosed itself as the heart of the delivered manifestation in terrestrial nature. The synthesis of yoga. To bring the divine love and beauty and ananda into the world is indeed the whole crown and essence of our yoga. But it has always seemed to me impossible unless there comes as its support and foundation and guard the divine truth, what I call the supramental and its divine power. Otherwise, love itself, blinded by the confusions of this present consciousness, may stumble in its human receptacles, and even otherwise may find itself unrecognized, rejected, or rapidly degenerating and lost in the frailty of man's inferior nature. But when it comes in the divine truth and power, divine love descends first as something transcendent and universal, and out of that transcendence and universality it applies itself to persons according to the divine truth and will, creating a vaster, greater, purer, personal love than any the human mind or heart can now imagine. It is when one has felt this descent that one can be really an instrument for the birth and action of the divine love in the world. Letters on Yoga 2.